Hello students, today we will discuss about the gravitation. Now what is gravitation? According to the Newton, every object in this universe attract every other object. This is the attraction or attract every object with a certain force. Certain force is applied for the attraction of the body and the force with which two objects attract each other, that is the force. That is the force with which two objects attract each other is called gravitation. Now what are the conditions required for the gravitation? The gravitation acts between two objects. Two objects should be there, and even if the two objects are not connected by any means. Now, if the mass of the object are small, then the gravitational force between them is also very small. Now, what is acceleration due to gravity? When an object is dropped from a height, when an object is dropped from height, a uniform acceleration is produced in it by the gravitational pull of the earth, and this acceleration does not depend upon the mass of the body. This uniform acceleration is called the acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity is represented by the g, and its value is 9.8 meter per second square or meter second square inverse. The value of g changes slightly from the place to place, and it is 0 at the center of earth. Now what is gravitational force of earth or gravity? The force of attraction. This is the force of attraction applied by the earth. The force applied by the earth. This is called gravity. The earth attracts or pulls all the objects towards its center. Towards its center. The force with which it pulls objects towards itself is called gravitational force. Gravitational force is the force with which it pulls the object towards itself. It attracts the or pulls the object towards itself is called gravitational force of earth or gravity. We can take the example of a stone. If a stone is dropped from a height, fall towards the earth, because the earth exerts a force of attraction, that is gravity, on the stone and pulls it down, and it will always fall down towards the earth due to the gravity or gravitational force of attraction. What is universal law of gravitation? This law states that every object in this universe attracts every other object. Every object in this universe attracts or pull every other object with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This is the directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Suppose two bodies A and B. These are the two celestial bodies having the mass m1 and m2 and at the distance r or d. Both you can write r or d for the distance. According to the law of gravitation, force is directly proportional to the product of their masses, and force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This is the gravitational law of. If we combine the equation 1 and 2, then we get F is equal to G m1 into m2 by r square, where G is the universal gravitational constant and its value is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square and kilogram inverse square. Now, what are the importance of the universal law of gravitation? This law explains the force. It explains the force that bind us to the earth. That bind us to the earth. The motion of the moon around the earth, and motion of the planet around the sun. The tides due to the moon and the sun. All these phenomena explained by the universal law of gravitation. What is free fall? An object is said to be in a state of free fall when it falls freely. When it falls freely towards the earth due to the gravitational force between the object and the earth, because there is a gravitational force on each and every object on the earth. This is called gravitational force and apply on the object. It falls towards the center of the earth with an acceleration of 9.8 meter per second square. Now, according to the Newton's second law, force is equal to m into g, mass into acceleration. But according to the universal law of gravitation, F is equal to g m1 and m2 by r square. When we combine the equation 1 with the 2, then F put the value of F, that is mg, and gmm by r square. Then m cut with the m and g is equal to gm by r square. Earth is not a perfect sphere. As the radius of the earth increase from the pole of the equator, the value of the g becomes greater at the pole than at the equator and 0 at the center. Now, what is the difference between capital G and small g? Capital G is called universal gravitational constant and small g is called acceleration due to gravity. Capital G value is 6.67 into 10 is to power minus 11 Newton meter square kilogram inverse square. And value of the small g near the earth surface is 9.8 meter per second square and it may vary from place to place. Its value is 9.8. Capital G. Capital G is independent of the distance between the masses. It is independent of the distance between the masses, but it depends upon the distance between the masses. Capital G SI unit is Newton meter square kilogram inverse square and small g unit is meter per second square. Now, what is the difference between the mass and weight? Mass and weight. Mass of a body is the quantity of matter contained in it. It is the quantity of matter. Quantity of matter, that is called mass. The force with which the body is attracted towards the center of earth. What is weight? Weight is the force. It is the force with which the body is attracted towards the center of earth is called weight. It is the mass is the scalar quantity. Mass is the scalar quantity. It has only magnitude and no direction. Weight is a vector quantity. It has both magnitude and direction. Mass of an object is constant. It will be constant and does not change from place to place because it is the quantity of matter and it will not change from place to place. But weight of the body is not constant. Change from place to place due to the acceleration due to gravity. Mass can be measured by the ordinary balance or simple balance, but weight of the body is measured by the spring balance. SI unit of mass is kilogram or kg. SI unit of weight is Newton or N, capital N. Under what condition a body becomes weightless. Weight of a body is nothing but the force with which it is attracted towards the center of the earth. What is the weight? Weight is the only force. Weight of a body is only the force with which it is attracted towards the center of the earth. That is equal to F is equal to mg, equal to mass and acceleration due to gravity. A body becomes weightless when g becomes 0. When g becomes 0, if we put the value of g 0, then force becomes 0. Then the body becomes weightless or 0. Force will be 0 and body becomes weightless. This happens when acceleration due to gravity becomes 0 and thus the body becomes weightless. Weight of an object on the moon. When a body is taken from the earth to the moon, then its weight will decrease to 1/6 of its weight on the earth. When a body is taken from the earth to the moon, then its weight decrease 1/6. 1/6 will decrease its weight on the earth. By applying universal law of gravitation, F is equal to G capital M small m by R square. As we know, mass on the moon is 7.36 into 10 is to power 22 and radius on the moon is 1.74 into 10 is to power 6. If we put the value F is equal to, according to the law of gravitation, F is equal to G N by R square. Now what is the force? Force is the weight. Force is the weight. Then weight on the moon is equal to G constant and mass of the moon is 7.36 into 10 is to power 22 and distance is 1.74 into 10 is to power 6 square. Now weight on the moon, if we solve it, then weight on the moon is 2.431 into 10 is to power 10 g into m. And if we find weight on earth, then it will be 1.474 into 10 is to power 11 g into m. If we divide both the equation 1 and 2, then we get the result 1 by 6. Weight of the object on the moon is equal to 1/6 of its weight on the earth. Now what is thrust? Thrust. Thrust is a type of the force. It is defined as the force that acts perpendicular to a surface. It acts perpendicular to a surface and its SI unit is Newton. If we press the nail, this is the thrust. This is the force at a perpendicular surface. This is called thrust. SI unit is Newton. For example, the weight of a book resting on a table is a force acting downward perpendicular to the table surface. Thus, it is called the thrust. Now, what is pressure? Pressure. Pressure is defined as the force per unit area. That is the force per unit area. And force is the thrust because it acts perpendicular on the surface. Pressure is force by area. And pressure unit is Pascal, PA. And force unit is Newton. And area is measured in meter, that is meter square. Same force acting on a small area exert a larger pressure. If we apply same force acting on a smaller area, exert a larger pressure and smaller pressure on a larger area. If we apply same force, then increase on area or decrease on area will increase or decrease the pressure. What is buoyant force? Buoyant force is the upward force. This is the upward force exerted on an object wholly or partially immersed in a fluid. When we immerse any object or a body in a fluid, then an upward force exerted on the object, this upward force is called upthrust or buoyant force. Upthrust or buoyant force. Due to the buoyant force, a body submerged partially or fully in a fluid appear to lose its weight, that is appear to be lighter. Now what is the density? Density is defined as the mass per unit volume. Mass per unit volume. Why cork float and nails sink? It depends on the difference in densities. Density of the cork is less. Density of cork is less than the density of the water. This means that the upthrust of water on the cork is greater. If the upthrust or buoyant force is greater, then the object will float and the weight of the cork, so it will float. The density of the iron nail is more than the density of the water. This means that upthrust of the water on the iron nail is less. If the upthrust is less, then the body sink. If the object density is less than that of the liquid, then the object will float. And if the object density is more than that of the liquid, then the object will sink. Now, what is relative density? Relative density is equal to density of the substance by density of water. Density of the substance by density of water. Relative density of substance is the ratio. It is the ratio of its density to that of water. It is the ratio of density of substance to the density of the water. This is called relative density, and it has no unit because it is the ratio of similar quantities. Now, what is Archimedes' principle? It states that when a body is immersed fully or partially in a fluid, it experiences an upward force that is equal to the weight of the fluid displaced by it. When a body is immersed fully or partially in any liquid, then it experiences upward force, and that upward force is equal to the weight of fluid displaced by it. This is the Archimedes principle. Thank you.